Hi, this is Eric Kampmann, and this is Sunrise, and I'm with Senior Pastor Chuck Davis.
We've been talking about Eric's book, Getting to Know Jesus, that will be released soon. Eric, there are two summaries of Jesus' teaching. One is called the Great Commandment, which is to love the Lord God with all our being and love our neighbor as ourself. And the other is the Great Commission, where he passes his message and his authority and the full measure of the kingdom onto his disciples.
Right. It's worth reading it because while it's one of the most well-known passages, it can be found in Matthew 28. All authority in heaven and on earth have been given to me. Therefore, go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything I have commanded you. And surely I am with you always to the very end of the age. What an amazing declaration. What an amazing statement. And here it is 2,000 years later, and we're talking about it still. There's kind of the weight of history actually lifts this up.
Yep. Yes, this is an important defining calling in all of our lives. It doesn't matter what our vocation is, whether we're working in the city like you are, or my vocational calling is into the vocational ministry of helping people discover their school teachers. There are people working in shops, people working in offices. Every one of us is called into this task of making disciples and inviting people into that dynamic relationship with God. And the calling to his church is to do it across the boundaries of nations and socioeconomic groups that are normally separated, that we would go and be God's life and message to the people around.
If you had asked me 28 years ago if I would have been be even able to sit with you and talk about the New Testament, about Jesus, about theological issues, I would have laughed. I've been like Sarah in the Abraham and Sarah story when she learns at the age of 90 she's going to be pregnant. It's like a miracle in that I am sitting here talking to you, and it's exactly what you just said. It doesn't matter where you have been or where you've come from, but once you take in the Holy Spirit and it starts kind of directing you. For me, it's been a process of 28 years. This is not the culmination. This is a way station on the way to wherever I'm going in the future. And it's like you going to Mali for 10 years and going into a totally foreign place with all kinds of challenges. And yet it brings you here. And then there will be another stage in your life. But the Holy Spirit, it takes you to places that you never anticipated being. And it's one of the great mysteries and the great wonders of it.
Yeah, and this is all connected in the Great Commission as represented by Luke in the Acts of the Apostles, where Luke quotes Jesus' words where he says, "You receive power when the Holy Spirit comes upon you, and you will be my witnesses in Jerusalem, Judea, and Samaria to the ends of the earth." We become witnesses that point to the love of God that's transforming our lives and is an invitation for all others to enter into the transformation.
This is Eric Kampmann, and this has been Sunrise.